Hello superstars and welcome to another transmission of the Galactic Federation, proudly brought to you by the Environmental Defence Network 2000 to 2012. It is April 11, 2008. It is of course Holy Joe's Friday, so very shortly we'll be crossing down to Earth Sanctuary World Nature Centre in Central Australia. Well, I'll catch up with Tommy and we'll go over some funny facts and statements from around the planet Earth, along with some climate change warnings and news around the planet. And of course, being Friday, we'll jump over to MILK, Galactic Federation in-house cyber band, with the campaign song for Project Bluestar being One World, One People. Of course, it's 2012 countdown, 4 years, 8 months and 11 days to go before that 26,000 year cycle has yet another birthday on the planet Earth. As mentioned, we'll be crossing down to Earth Sanctuary with some live music from MILK from Earth Sanctuary World Nature Centre, and today of course is One World, One People. Earth One. We're not the only ones in space, as you're well aware. This is about disclosure of extra-dimensional activity around the galaxy, and we're here to inform the people of this wonderful planet that you are not alone in the universe. There are many cultures, sentient beings around the galaxy who are visiting the planet Earth as we speak. So cross the bridge and get on with it. Climate change warnings today, team. Holy Joe's Friday and MILK, brought to you by millicom.com. Just briefly, the headlines around the world. Curious gaps in clouds may provide early warnings of earthquakes. Scientists reckon they're onto something there. Indonesia. Indonesians living near a devastating mud volcano that has spewed sludge for nearly 2 years is causing more grief in Indonesia, as gas fumes now can be smelt from the fumes. That story there is an excellent one. Mining corporations causing those dramas there for those people in Indonesia. Another headline on millicom.com. A practiced and managed response is important to deal with all the issues surrounding a large-scale catastrophic event. There are trauma issues and humanitarian issues, and there's a wonderful story on millicom.com, just getting people prepared for some of the events which are occurring now on the planet Earth, but will be coming to a neighbourhood near you, believe me. In Australia, parts of New South Wales have received their heaviest rainfall in 3 years. In South Africa, looking at some animal stories, tens of thousands of starving swallows simply dropped dead out of the sky in South Africa's Limpopo province after a cold snap stopped them from feeding. And in Australia, almost 3/4 of Australia's migratory and resident shorebirds have disappeared over the past 25 years, causing further alarm. Obviously, animals have a greater understanding of the climate going around the world as they have to live in it, not sheltered by infrastructure. Human failure is a bigger killer than nature is another heading on millicom.com for this Friday. When disasters hit the world, according to a new report, a study found the choices of politicians, poor decisions and bad management were to blame for the worst catastrophes. Right, without mucking around, let's jump over to Holy Joe's Friday. I better jump in my carrier bat and I'll go visit Tommy down at Earth Sanctuary World Nature Centre. Oh, you beauty. Welcome to Holy Joe's Friday, and Tommy and I here on the steps of the Earth Sanctuary homestead. A little bit of a wind breeze blowing.
A bit blowy. Speaking of blowies, Danny, did you know blowflies were the most dangerous little insect on the planet? The most dangerous?
Is that because they jump all over your rubbish? All over our rubbish?
I think so. all over our dirty rubbish. Another thing I like about taking long walks, especially when it's done by people who annoy me.
Well, that's a very good point. And did you know, Tommy, the blue whale can produce sounds up to 188 decibels. This is the loudest sound produced by any animal on the planet Earth, and it can actually be heard over 530 miles away. That's the beautiful whale.
That's insane. Whales, good epic whales. It makes me think of 50 years ago. 50 years ago today, Velcro was invented. That makes me think of Chairleg in Melbourne, who is the master of Velcro. Great effort, Chairleg. Happy 50th birthday.
12 hours it takes for food to digest entirely on average in the human body.
12. I wonder if that applies to fast food restaurants and all the rest of it.
I'd say about maybe 20 hours generally for fast food restaurants. Vegetarians, the superstars out there, probably 3 hours.
3
Efficient.
hours. Tops.
Efficient.
Tops.
Olympics we're going for there. And Tommy, 40 to 50% of the heat in your body is actually lost out through your head, which we knew because we live out here in the cold, hearted place of Central Australia in winter where it drops to -10, and you'll be seeing us very shortly, and we'll have beanies on our heads. We may not have any clothes on, we might have some undies and a beanie.
That's right, never have a crack at a bogan. They're survivalists. They're in there for the hard yard. This is Friday, it's Funny Friday. We hope you guys are laughing somewhat.
Somewhat, that's right. Let's jump over to MILK with One World, One People.
It is Holy Joe's Friday HGF. We're in the outback, the desert, the beautiful red sand, and we're about to play a song called One World, One People, dedicated to the loving human beings out there who are prepared to do everything to bring balance to this wonderful planet Earth.
Yes, that's correct.
And to those people who are watching, subscribing, and give us information every day, diligently.
Diligently, this is One World, One People. No one will ever take your soul away. Be comforted by that thought. Be yourself, be a champion. Alright, Tommy.
Tell you what it is you shouldn't do. Who am I to take away your soul? And every time you ask me what it is you shouldn't do, and every time you take away your soul, yeah. So come on and let yourself go. No one can take away your soul. Say, come on and let yourself go. No one can take away your soul. Who am I to tell you what it is you shouldn't do? Who am I to take away our soul? And every time you ask me what it is you shouldn't do, and every time you take away our soul, so come on and let yourself go. No one can take away your soul. Well, come on and let yourself go. No one can take away your soul. Yeah. There's one world, one people in one day. One world, one people, all one way. Hey. One world, one people in one day. It's one world, one people, all one way. If I myself
That's for you, for being a champion.
One world, one
Keep those
people.
hamstrings stretched.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.